Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Hare
You can give me a note. Give me a beat.
He can play on your tune note also.
So I'll be in between. Just give me one note. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. You sit where she says, and you come here so I can hear you. I can't hear behind, but he's playing so loud.
Yeah,
You,
that'll make it easier.
if you just move up front, that's, you can play anywhere. We'll hear you all right, now go. Perfect. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari, Govinda Jaya Jaya. Radha Ramana Hari, Govinda Jaya Jaya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare Om.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Om Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Radha Ramana Hare Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hare Govinda Jaya Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath,
Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath, Jaya Jagannath,
Jaya Balladeva, Jaya Subhadra,
Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra,
Jaya Balladeva, Jaya Subhadra,
Jaya Baladeva, Jaya Subhadra,
Jai Gauranga, Jai Gauranga,
Jai Gauranga, Jai Gauranga,
Jai Gauranga, Jai Gauranga,
Jai Gauranga, Jai Gauranga,
Jai Gauranga, Gaura Hari.
Jai Gauranga, Gaura Hari.
Jai Gauranga, Gaura Hari.
Jai Gauranga, Gaura Hari.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Can you tell us what the schedule is with the chapel?
While they are putting it, till that time we can continue.
Okay, so you're going to make a big offering? That's what's going on now?
Yeah, they are preparing for the offering.
Okay, so you want to do kirtan for a while? So you'll get a sign when you start.
Yeah, so I was thinking maybe I can do like, when the offering is going on, Ajay Bhakata Shri Gauranga. I can display on the TV so that everyone can read.
Yeah,
We
I'll
can
have to
do
wait too.
So I can give you. Or we can do Reshmati Nandan now.
Okay, yes, I have words for it. Do you have a little sheet or something? I mean, I have my, here. There it is.
I turned on the AC, but it's not affected.
It's fine. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we had fun. You got this.
Yeah, we're set.
I know everyone else.
Do you think I should close the windows?
Oh,
It's good.
It's fine.
If someone
Yeah, you're fine.
Because cross ventilation.
If someone faints from the heat, you know it's all right.
Mukunda?
Good to see you.
Did you retire yet?
Not quite. Almost 2 more months. I feel like the
It'll be great having you more.
yeah. So much looking forward to.
Hey Rajesh. Hey. How was match?
1 o'clock.
All right. Actually, we need to cover this.
Hello, Marsh.
पापा ये गिर सकता है
There it is. Okay, Brenda.
Brenda?
We're going to sing this.
Sura Kula Nasha Ananda Kodana Rakovala Ananda Kodana Rakovala Govinda Madhava Navanita Taskara Govinda Madhava Navanita Taskara Govinda Madhava Navanita Taskara Govinda Madhava Navanita Taskara Sundarananda Gopala Sundarananda Gopala Sundarananda Gopala Amuna Tatachara Gopi Vasara Vasara Sitati Pamoya Amuna Tatachara Gopi Vasara Vasara Sitati Pamoya Amuna Tatachara Gopi Vasara Vasara Sitati Pamoya Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya Radha Ramana Hari Govinda Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya Hare Ramana Hare Govinda Jaya Jaya Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopal Jaya Jaya Ramana Hare Govinda Jaya Jaya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare.
Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya
Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya.
Govinda Jaya Jaya Gopala Jaya Jaya
Govinda Jaya Jaya, Gopala Jaya Jaya.
Radha Ramana Hare Govinda Jaya Jaya
Radha Ramana Hare, Govinda Jaya Jaya.
Radha Ramana Hare Govinda Jaya Jaya
Radha Ramana Hare, Govinda Jaya Jaya.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Go Premanande, Hare Go.
Yeah, so ventilation is from there. So we can open this. You can open this.
If you open it, you get the AC, it's kind of counterproductive.
Yeah. Whatever.
Well,
we need
if you have
15
AC
trained
code,
monkeys
it's not
with
recommended you
fans.
open it.
I'm just wondering about fresh air. So many people in it.
Yeah, I think we can open this. And, yeah, these two. So there is ventilation.
Yeah.
And Mataji, you don't need, there's 3 chairs right there.
Okay, we have to.
He's a young man.
Yeah, you can sit there.
But he's a young man.
Yeah. Yeah. Hare Krishna. So, thank you so much for coming, and we are very grateful to you for this Chappan Bhog festival. And thank you, Dravida Prabhu, for leading nice kirtan. And starting was done by Yamunapati Prabhu. He came first and started with the kirtan.
I handed it off to the head.
We are very grateful. We are very grateful to have all the elevated Srila Prabhupada disciples here with us. Let us chant loudly Hari Bol for Hari Bol. Now I'll request His Holiness Badrinarayan Swami Maharaj to kindly speak some words of nectar.
I have a question. How long are these young men going to stand there holding these?
Whenever you
But I'm just, what is the purpose?
it's getting offered, Maharaj. I just offered it. So the offering so that.
All right, because I'm just thinking that human beings have limits.
Yeah, so
How
just-
big it is?
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
Light up. All right.
Turn off the light.
Wood light. Can you folks turn this way?
Can you turn?
Just rotate so that.
The back will be there.
But the curtain's there.
Yeah.
Sideways.
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 Simultaneously turn and not turn.
Now, Hare Krishna.
I'll increase the volume.
Yeah, that's right. Hare Krishna. Yeah, you can sit sideways.
Oh, yeah.
I can't. You're not just here. I'll be right back. Ma Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Chari Nirvasesha Nivari Paschadasharane Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasari Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Om Gana Tamarandasya Gyanagana Salakaya Chakshushun Militam Yena Tasmade Shri Gurave Namaha. You'll be happy to know that I'm losing my voice. I won't be able to talk too long. Dravida Prabhu is also going to say a little something. Well, I'll say it this. This is the, oh jeez. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And whatever you do, I'll change. This is a special month. It's the month of Rosh. Chapter Bhagavad Gita. Now the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita is only 20 verses, but there's so much in there, and we're going to, hope we got plenty of time, we're going to go into each of the 20 verses in detail. Sorry. Actually, I'm joking. We're just going to talk about one of the analogies from that 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Yoga of the Supreme Person. Now, for 10 extra points, does anyone know, other than Dravida Prabhu Anumati. Does anyone know something going on there? Yeah, there's plenty of room. Just grab a seat. We're all friends here. No one's going to pick your pocket. You're safe. So, does anyone know what analogy the 15th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, and other than you, I know you, all right, I would put you out of game.
You weren't gonna let me see.
So the question is, does anyone know what analogy the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Yoga of the Supreme Person, starts with, which sets the tenor of the chapter?
Was it 3?
Oh, I forgot to pull you out of the game. All right. It
That's
gives you,
what he knows.
yeah, permanent hit damage. The analogy is that this world is compared to an upside down tree, with its roots going upward, its leaves going down, and it's a banyan tree. You ever see a banyan tree? It's all, intertwined. Now everything is auspicious. It's like seeing the moon rise. Very nice. So I'm going to say something, Balaram's going to say something, and Dravida Prabhu's going to say something. Not necessarily in that order. But, so, what? An upside down tree? Does anyone, other than the people, and now you, that have, and Balaram, does anyone know, anyone here ever seen an upside down tree? With the roots up and the leaves down?
Reflection.
Wait. We've got so many no votes. No, I've never seen. Anyone have a yes vote? You have a yes vote. Yeah? Or you're just nodding your head because you're hungry? You're an excellent, this kid is an excellent Madonna player. You must be picking up where he left off in the last life. Yoga Brisha, he's a very good drum player. All right, Mataji, you hit it on the head. A reflection. You picture a nice big fruit tree, picture a mango tree. Everybody likes mangoes, a ripe mango. Nice ripe mango tree reflected over a kund or a lake or a river. Okay? It's upside down. Now, if you want to, what is the benefit of a nice fruit tree? Why do you want a nice, shade, so many things, okay. But what is the prime benefit from a nice fruit tree? What do you want from a fruit tree? Don't overthink it, it's easy, go ahead. Fruit, you want your fruit from the tree, isn't it? What's the use of a fruit tree that doesn't give fruit? You want the fruit? All right, so I have an upside down tree reflected, and I want to pick that fruit. I want to taste the fruit, okay? What happens, I see the reflection, I don't know it's a reflection, I just see it, and I try to pick the fruit reflected on the water. Am I successful in my mission? Anyone want to say, other than the usual crew? Am I successful when I try to pick the fruit in the reflection? What happens? Nothing's there. I fall in the water. I'm all, wait, what happened? Right? It's a disappointment. You have to go, actually, wait, it's not in the reflection. It's in the tree. So, Krishna starts that 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita saying that this material world, right on time, this material world is a reflection. We're all trying to enjoy. Let me ask you a question. There's a school of thought that the goal is to become desireless. Because people are suffering, I want to become free from desire. Then let me become desireless. You with me? Cause of desire, if I want this, hankering, attachment. Desire is the cause of suffering. So what's the answer? Let me stop desiring. But let me ask you a question. Isn't the desire to become desireless a self-centered desire? You follow? How can we become desireless? Let's do a thought exercise for a moment. Okay? We got a circus clown in here, but that's all right. Nice to see you. A little bit. Okay. I want you to stop and think for a minute. Forget what's going on around you. Do not This is your thought exercise. You tuned in, you ready? You ready back there? Hey. You ready? Do not think about Mataji. Do not think about the color red. Don't think about it. Don't think about red. How's that working out for you?
Not good.
What are you thinking about? Red. Okay. So that doesn't really work. Now, let me ask you a question. Do not think about the color blue. Hey, work with me. Do not think about the Do not think about the color blue. Don't think about blue. What are you thinking about? Blue. But red is gone. Red, which you're not trying to think about, it's displaced when you think about blue. The point is, when you're walking down the street, and this analogy actually comes from Kamsa, speaking to Vasudev in the Bhagavatam. When you're walking down the street, you don't pick up one foot to take your next step until what? When you're walking down the street, what are you doing? Don't overthink it.
Place one foot, then
You're looking. Oh, you don't pick up one foot till you know where you're going to land it, right? What's it going to land on? So similarly, how can we become detached if the very nature of self is desire? We can't become detached. We have to become attached to the right thing. You can only give up a detachment when you become attached to something better. In every yoga process, there's what's called yama and niyama. It means there's do's and do nots. One of the first lecture I ever heard Srila Prabhupada give, 1969 in Los Angeles. I arrived late, Indian Standard Time. I arrived late. And I heard Prabhupada say, we have so many do nots. With Prabhupada's sweet Bengali accent, I thought he said donuts. You've got Chatur Bhog, which actually his tradition comes from Govardhan Leela, offering everything to Krishna. I thought, fantastic, because I love sweets. I do. What can I say? I'm a sannyasi, so I have to be careful. But I love sweets. And because I was just coming to a spiritual life, Krishna consciousness, I was a vegetarian. You can't eat eggs. And everything in America, I have sweets. I love baked things. It's a true moment here, confession. Of sweets, I love baked things. And of baked things, I love donuts. And I heard Prabhupada, and all the donuts in America all had eggs in them. And I heard Prabhupada say, we have so many donuts. I trusted the devotees. I thought, geez, eggless donuts, great philosophy, and donuts too. I'm in heaven, spiritual heaven. I thought I'd made it. But then as I listened a little more, when I was just a kid, as I listened a little more, I said, oh, he said, do nots. We don't do this, we don't do that. So, okay, that's detachment. But just like you can't just think about the color, you can't push it out. The very nature of the self of each of us is desire. So, okay, detachment. We have to become detached from the false things. We have to become detached, just like that reflection in the tree. There's no substance. I'm trying to enjoy, but there's no substance. But negation of a negative is not negation of a positive. Negation of a negative is not negation of a positive. Just because this isn't... Okay, here, one last example. We'll wrap up in a minute. Here's the hand. Here's the shadow. Young man right here. Yes, you. You ready? Okay. Here's the shadow of the hand. Here's the hand. You with me?
Yeah.
Why does the shadow have 5 fingers? Ah, way to go, my friend. Because the actual object has 5 fingers. So in the shadow, it has no substance. So if I say the shadow has no substance, that's a true statement, isn't it? But it doesn't mean the hand has no substance. No, the hand has substance. It's real. The shadow has no real. The reflection has no, it doesn't mean that there's no tree. It's just the reflection. Desire is getting us into trouble. So does that mean I kill all desire? Try to negate desire? You can't do it. Just like you can't become desireless. The desire to become desireless is a self-centered desire. So what is the art of bhakti? What is the purpose of the whole thing? This house, Gaur Keshava was telling me that when he moved into the house, the neighbor over here called the police. Was it 7 o'clock when was it, 7 o'clock?
Like the evening.
7 o'clock in the evening. He's got his TV blasting with all kind, or you know, my neighbors play country western music. One of the songs that they play every day, the refrain is looking for love in all the wrong places. Looking for love in all the wrong places. I know it because they play it every day. And I thought it's true. They're looking for love, but they're looking for it in the material world. So this house, there's so many houses. I got lost trying to find which house is the right house. The streets all look the same, the houses look the same. But what's the difference between the neighbor over here who's calling the police and us? It's the same apartment. What's the difference? What's the difference? This is that we're chanting the holy names of Krishna. Gaur Keshava and his wife, they don't think this is their house. They think this is Krishna's house, and he's letting us stay here for some time. So it's Krishna's house. What should I do with Krishna's house? Let me invite the devotees, and let's have a festival. And they're cooking. People love to cook. There's some cooking channels and cook books, and so people love to cook. Well, what do they do? Hey, Govinda, did something fall? What was that?
Balloon.
It was a balloon? But I don't see any balloons. There was one. That was is the right. It's not anymore. So, but my point being, look at all these nice dishes. You know, people try to cook. If you on a fast day, because you know, in our tradition, in so many traditions, people fast. Fast is a good thing. It's good for your health. It's good. There's so many different things. If you want to have a fast day go by quickly, cook for Krishna. You know, having a festival at the temple, or you have a little festival at your house, you don't even notice. You become completely satisfied cooking for Krishna. We're all right. We're almost done. So our simple point is this, that there is a positive substance. There's just like to finish that analogy in the 15th chapter, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna's making the point. He says that there is a spiritual world. There's a kingdom of God. There's our real home. Prabhupada uses the example of a circus. Sometimes the circus, they still have circuses. Not so much, huh? Yeah. Well, when I was a kid, and in India they used to have circuses. And what does the circus do? They set up outside town, and then they go down the main street with all the elephants and the clowns. And why do they go down the main street? They're set up outside, and they go down the main street. Why?
Attract people.
They attract all the little kids. Say, "Oh, I want to go see the elephant." And their mother and father get the kid to be quiet. They got to go. Don't have a choice. So Prabhupada said, and the Bhagavatam says, and our great acharyas and saints and sages say, that Krishna comes to this world, it is a transcendental roadshow. Just like Vrindavan, there's Gokula and there's Goloka. So in Krishna is showing us that there is the kingdom of God, there's a spiritual world. That's the place we're looking for. That's the happiness we're looking for. And this, just like you can't give up, you can't step unless you've got a place to land. So we can become detached from this world, which we have to do. Do we have a choice of becoming detached? Do you think you have a choice? I know people nodding their head. What happens? Krishna says, blank I am, the destroyer of all worlds. What is that? Krishna's time. Time and tide. You're going to have to give it up anyway. So the simple point is, if we, just like this family showing us, we use our house as a nice temple, we're cooking anyway, have a nice picture of Krishna. What's the difficulty? Nice big Ram, you can have Sita Ram, you can have Lakshman, you can have Sita, you can have Lakshmi Narayan. The difference between Narayan and Krishna and Narayan, or Krishna and Vishnu. Anyone know the difference? Prabhupada said that Narayan, Vishnu, is God at home, and Krishna, I got it backwards. That Vishnu or Narayan is God in the office. He's maintaining everything, all the universes are Emmys and everyone's always maintaining everything. But Krishna is God at home. He's peaceful, he's playing his flute, he's dancing with the gopis. So our point being is this is not our real home. This is a temporary place for us to purify our hearts, purify our minds, work off our karma, and develop a taste for serving Krishna. That's the purpose of this world. And we can become detached from all the things that we get entangled only when we know that. I'm not this body, I'm the spiritual world. Let me go back to Krishna. Let me use my life wisely. And it becomes fun. Just like it's a nice feast, so many cooking channels, we can cook for Krishna, so many nice things. So that's a little something from the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Yoga the Supreme Person. You want to become happy in this world? Become detached from the material thing and become attached to Krishna. Thank you very much. That's about as long as my voice can last.
So I need to fix the mic because the sound is not coming nicely. So I need to
Maybe in my voice.
maybe all
Switch it
Krishna,
downwards.
Krishna, Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
We're all right. Perfection you're not going to find.
Om Jnana-timirandasya Jnanandana-shalakaya Chakshurun-militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I was born in the darkest of ignorance, but my spiritual master Srila Prabhupada opened my eyes with the torchlight of knowledge. I offer my humble obeisance unto him and to all members of Sri Parampara in succession. So I was just thinking, if you follow current events at all, there's so many things going on. But one of the things that's happening is the lottery. Yes, the
Lottery.
is over $1 billion now.
Acha.
And there are millions.
I gotta go. I'm gonna buy a ticket.
Yeah. Millions and millions of people in the United States are dreaming of winning that lottery. You can imagine. They're out there now buying tickets, And in one sense, it's what are they doing? It's so foolish, but it's really tragic. It's tragic that they hope that all their problems will be solved, like this money. They've actually done studies that those who win the lottery are more unhappy than those who don't win the lottery. Because you can imagine, you're an ordinary person, you're on a 9-to-5 job, you're making $15 an hour if you're lucky. And then suddenly, you have not $1 billion, you have $1 million, $10 million. But now, all your cousins and old friends that you didn't know you had, they just come out of the woodwork, and it just becomes all kinds of trouble. So, but I've often thought of like this. This Prabhupada talks, and the Shastra mentions how fortunate you are to be a human being. And not only a human being, but someone who is, for the most part, born in Bharatavarsha, who is certainly aware of the Vedic culture. And you're here, you come to squeeze into this little apartment here to celebrate Krishna. So we're aware of the Sanatana Dharma. And therefore, we have a certain urgency, we have a certain understanding. Yes, we should try to become Krishna conscious. So I want to quote a few verses tonight and pick on that today, on that theme of how becoming a human being and being fortunate enough to come in touch with the devotees, to come in touch with it, or be born into it, and understand the rare, great value of the human life and how we should use it properly, rather than, you know, you have the ticket, but who said the ticket was, you know, you lose it in the parking lot or something. No, don't waste this great opportunity. So there's three verses that I wanted to emphasize here that Srila Prabhupada would quote often, and they deal with this subject matter of how human life is especially meant for striving for love of Godhead, liberation from birth and death, and going back to home, back to Godhead. Not simply trying to make yourself comfortable materially here or get sense gratification. So many of you may know these verses probably. The first one is in the first canto, 5th chapter, text 18. Narada Muni is speaking to Vyasadeva about inspiring him to write the Bhagavatam. Tasyaya hito prayate takovido nalabhyate yad brahmatam uparayita. Talabhyate dukkavadam nekaksukam kalena sarvata kabhira ramnasa. And I'll give the translation and then just a summary of the purport. First, Prabhupada's translation. Persons who are actually intelligent and philosophically inclined should endeavor only for that goal which is not obtained even by wandering from the topmost planet, Brahmaloka, down to the lowest planet, Patala. As far as happiness derived from sense enjoyment is concerned, it can be attained automatically in course of time, just as in course of time we obtain miseries even though we do not desire them. And then the Prabhupada explains, everyone is trying to maximize physical and mental sensual pleasure by various means. But the law of karma dictates that the quantity and quality of such pleasures, as well as our suffering, are already programmed in from the pious and impious acts we performed in our past life. Therefore, Srila Prabhupada writes, one should not waste time with these flimsy things. One should only endeavor to go back to Godhead. That should be the mission of everyone's life. So they understand, we understand the basics of we're not the body, we're pure spirit soul, and our life is eternal. That means that we had lives before. And whatever we did in previous life, we've got this life now. Now those who are born into Vedic culture and from early life, they're trained in devotional service, very fortunate birth. That in Bharatavarsha or in a family we who haven't got that opportunity, we had the great good fortune of coming in touch with Srila Prabhupada's books and his movement and reading and getting enlightened, reading these verses, and understood, oh, this is what we should really be striving for. And because of the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it becomes joyously performed, as Krishna says, right? Raja Vidyavati Guyam, it's Susukam Kartamapiyam. So, here we are celebrating, Krishna consciousness, and we're here in a home and we have these wonderful deities and association and the kirtan. So the idea is that we shouldn't dilly-dally, play footsie with Maya, so to speak. We should be serious about completing the course in this life, cashing in the lottery ticket of having a human body, and cultivating Krishna consciousness, detachment from Maya, all the things that we know from reading Srila books, the do's and the do-nots, right? This is what it means. The do's and do-nots. This is the anukulya sankalpa pratikulya savarjana. This is the first two elements of surrender. Is that accepting those things which are favorable and rejecting those things which are unfavorable for Krishna consciousness. And there's no mystery what they are. We can read in the books, we can hear in the devotee. So, by becoming serious about that, we'll be fall, and we'll get the mercy of Krishna. As soon as Krishna sees we're a little bit serious and really striving, he gives us all opportunity to associate with devotees, to chant the holy name, to take prasadam, to hear the books and so forth. This was Srila Prabhupada's great gift, with great courage and accepting so many austerities. He worked so hard, you know the story, coming to America at an elderly age, health is not so great, no money, no contacts, can you imagine? Would you fly to a foreign country? Oh, I don't have any money, I don't know what's going to happen when I get there, but we'll see what happens. No. But he had faith in Krishna. And he had faith in the order of his spiritual master. And he had faith in the prediction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And so he came to America and by Krishna's grace it became so successful, and that's why we're sitting here. So that's the first verse. Prabhupada would always quote this verse. What should we strive for? We have a certain amount of happiness and distress that's going to come no matter what happens. So don't try to waste your time increasing your happiness. Dukkha aushadam tadapi dukkam. There's a verse by Prahlad Maharaj says that in the remedies for the difficulty we have, it just cause more remedies and more difficulty. I remember this was brought home to me one time. I was sitting in the laundry and there was a Venus Digest I opened it up, and there was an ad there for some antidepressant or something. So the first page, you're just walking in the fields and you go, okay, everything's fine, I'm not depressed anymore. You turn the page and there's two pages of side effects, one of which is death. So this is the material world. We try so hard to counteract the difficulties, but it's just a source of more difficulties. You can't do it. The duality is there. So we should strive for love for Krishna and for becoming, as Maharaj so nicely put it, becoming attached to Krishna, and with it will come the vairagya from things that are so difficult to give up. So that's the first verse. The next one is a verse Prabhupada would always quote also. Yes. Okay. Srimad Bhagavatam 11.9.29, Lord Krishna says to his dear associate Uddhava, Labba sudolamamidam bahusambhavante manushimartatam nityamati yatira. Turnam yatetana bhatedanam mityayavam nikshayasaya vishayaka vasadapaksa. After many, many births and deaths, one achieves the rare human form of life, which, although temporary, affords one the opportunity to attain the highest perfection. Thus, a sober human being should quickly endeavor for the ultimate perfection of life, as long as his body, which is always subject to death, has not fallen down and died. After all, sense gratification is available even in the most abominable species of life, whereas Krishna consciousness is possible only for a human being. So there's just a little excerpt from the purport. Among all forms of life, human life alone enables one to understand the absolute truth, and is therefore full of grave responsibility. Since the valuable human life is not eternal, we should do the needful to achieve the highest perfection, Krishna consciousness. Before death appears, we should seriously cultivate our real self-interest. So when I read this verse, the third line always strikes me. Turnam yateta. Without wasting time, immediately. Just like the six Goswamis, talked about Turnam Asheshama. They gave up their money and their influence and everything quickly and went to Vrindavan and renounced this. Because Maya is so tricky, she can, So, Turnam yateta napade. For the ultimate good, Nikshreyasa. This word comes up again and then Shreyasa. It's there in Bhagavad Gita everywhere. The ultimate good, not the prayas, the immediate pleasure, which is very fleeting and which has bad reaction. But Shreyas means the ultimate good. Establishing one's relation with Krishna, cultivating it, which entails liberation from birth and death, and return to the spiritual world. And so finally, this verse spoken, that was from the Uddhava Gita, this is also from the Uddhava Gita. Krishna speaking to Uddhava in the 11th canto. And he compares the human body to a boat. There's a lot of boat analogies in the Bhagavatam. Nidehamadyam sulabam sudurlabam plavam sukalpam gurukarna dharam. Mayanukuryena nabasriteritam bhuman bababdim nataretsa atmaha. The human body, which can award all benefit in life, is automatically obtained by the laws of nature, although it is a very rare achievement. This human body can be compared to a perfectly constructed boat, having the spiritual master as the captain and the instructions of the personality of Godhead as favorable winds impelling it on its course. Considering all these advantages, a human being who does not utilize his human life to cross the ocean of material existence must be considered the killer of his own soul. So I'm not going to read the purport, but the gist is very clear, is that the human body, this is the lottery. We will not, out of 8,400,000 species and trillions and trillions of bugs and plants and all these other things, they have no chance to understand this. They're just coming up. And we have come through so many species. Now we have the human form of life. And more importantly, we understand, we have been exposed to the Sanatana Dharma and the knowledge. So the urgency is, don't waste time. Turnam yateta. Strive as quickly as possible for perfection of Krishna consciousness. We may not achieve it in this lifetime, but we know that nothing is lost. Krishna promises. Shuchinam Shimatam Gehe. Many of you have been born in such a family. a pure family, that you're from childhood. It's these little children, I always marvel at Kunda and Brinda, how fortunate they are. They're playing, Kunda's so skilled on the drum. Maharaj would say, So what a fortunate birth. But we don't want to take birth again. We want to try to go back to God in this lifetime. And if we need to, we'll come back, But at least stay on the path, strive for as much as Krishna conscious as you can, But you get serious, so we take initiation, that's so important. All the steps. But the main point is that understand the urgency of it. Who knows what's going to happen tomorrow? The climate is just being destroyed, and nuclear war can come tomorrow. Be chanting as much as possible, as Krishna conscious as possible. And in this way, Krishna will reciprocate and give us all auspicious chance to become advanced in devotional service. So that's my main message. And thank you for listening. And we wanted to give...
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes.
So in this verse when you read that Shreyas word...
Wait. Because we don't have much time.
No, the Shreyas word
Can
is
you
for-
ask him later? Because
Okay,
Balaram's
I'll
going to
ask
speak.
him.
He's not going anywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, well, okay. So Balaram Ji, you want to sit up here?
Yeah, we can move.
Yeah.
Sit here, Balaram.
I
And not
I
because
don't
of
need
you,
it.
but because you're speaking the message of Bhagavad.
Yeah. This is the Vyasa right now.
I do insist.
Okay. You insist. And so thank you to Vajrayana Swami and Jarita Prabhu for addressing us. I was thinking earlier today about the general, you could say, general goals that are outlined in the Vedic paradigm. In the general, there's four: Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha, right? So Dharma, religiosity; Dharma, Artha, economic development; Dharma, Artha, Kama, satisfaction of the senses; Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, and liberation. So we're all familiar with that. And if we look around, we see people are striving for that. Now, one thing is that within Gaudiya Vaishnavism is Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna come again 500 years ago, he outlined a fifth goal. That's Prema Pumarta Mahan, the fifth goal, which is love for Krishna. And by the way, this is going to be very brief, so I'm just going to end very soon. Just let you know that. So, outline the fifth one, pure love for Krishna. So this love for Krishna, it is explained to be residing within our hearts, everyone's hearts. Nitya Siddha Krishna Prema, it's in the hearts of all living entities. And by the process of hearing and chanting about Krishna, that particular verse, Atashi Krishna Namadi, Navavet Gramindriyai, that engaging our tongue and chanting Hare Krishna and taking prasadam, food offered to Krishna with love and devotion, then it says that Krishna reveals himself to us. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, reveals himself to us. And lastly is that alongside with chanting, that's the most important, chanting the holy names of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. There's four other ones that are considered the most, these five are considered the most potent. So one is chanting, two is hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam, or the Bhagavat Purana. Three is residing in a holy place, or making our home a holy place by doing holy things such as worshiping Krishna and so on. Four is associating with the devotees. And five is, what's the fifth word? Worshiping the deity, yes. So these particular five ones are the most potent forms of devotional service, and by engaging in them, it says even a neophyte, even a beginner, can experience some transcendental love for Krishna.
So these are very powerful experiences, the potent forms of devotional service. I mean, we won't get too much into detail, but it is important that we engage them in a particular way, or with a particular understanding. For example, chanting Hare Krishna or hearing Kirtan and hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam. Nowadays, we could just go on our phone or a computer and we could look it up, right? Bhagavat Saptaha, let's hear some Bhagavad Gita, right? Or let's hear some holy name chanting. It's a good desire, very good. But we just need to investigate a little further. Who are those people giving the Bhagavat Saptaha? What is their character? Are they topmost? Are they you could say authentic devotees? And if they are, good. And if they're not, then we could find authentic ones, because that has an effect on us, the hearing, who we're hearing from. So anyways, there's many details of these 5 particular forms, which we won't get into now. But if you want more information on those 5 most potent forms of devotional service, you could get the book Nectar of Devotion. And since all of you are friends with Gaura Keshava and Ananga Priya, so since you're friends with them, if you don't have the book, they could help you get the book. They may even have a box here full of them. So, you have a box of Nectar of Devotion? All right, good. I was just saying that. But.
Serendipity. Auspicious.
So, if you want to know more about the 5 most potent forms, you could get a book from him, the host of the house, or one of the hosts of the house. And this book is very important. It's said The Complete Science of Bhakti Yoga. So, yeah. All right, thank you very much. Hare Krishna.
So, host, what happens now?
Whatever you say.
No. Whatever you say. We're a guest in your house. What's your program?
Maybe I would request a little kirtan and then we can have prasadam. Everybody can stand and do dancing kirtan.
Yeah. Very good. That'll be refreshing.
Maybe Yamnapati Prabhu, if you want to speak few words.
What's that? Okay. Let's say something.
You get 10 words.
Okay, he said a few words. It'll be just a few words. I don't want to hold up the kirtan or the prasadam. But one thing that's come up a couple of times, from Bhadri Narayan Swami and Kavita Prabhu and Balaram Prabhu is association of devotees. I know in my own life, so many years, by Srila Prabhupada grace, and by the devotees' mercy, I joined ISKCON in 1975. And during the time, from then to now, just getting the association of devotees, just like we're coming together here, and we're hearing the pure message of what Srila Prabhupada has given to us, what Krishna has given to us, the Bhagavatam has given to us. So this is so key. Just get together with devotees and naturally you hear the absolute truth, you hear what inspires your heart, and with that inspiration you help each other become Krishna conscious, you render service, and you make the perfection of human life. So I just wanted to share that. It's so nice being with you all. Thank you very much, and thank you, Gaura Keshava and Ananga Mandari, for having us here. And Hare Krishna.
I want to say this will be really quick. Just for the guests who don't know, Balaram Prabhu is our senior brahmachari and practically runs the temple for day to day. Dravida Prabhu is an inspiration to all of us and is one of the senior Sanskrit editors and editors in general for our Bhaktivedanta Book Trust. And Jamunapati Prabhu, quiet, humble Jamunapati, is the chairman of our temple board. Actually, we're all at play in the hand of God, and he's making sure that the bills get paid and everything's going on and the building's maintained. So those are the devotees speaking.
Thank you, Maharaj, Dravida Prabhu and Balram Prabhu for your kind words. So all the devotees, Maharaj, they cook together. So they brought some preparations. So in total there are over 100 preparations, different preparations for Krishna. So thank you.
You're vegetarian? What People say, not anymore so much, they used to say, you're vegetarian, what do you eat? And we used to think, you're eating bones and feathers. What are you eating? You know, we've got something going on. No, we're done, that's okay.
Now I think we'll have kirtan.
Short kirtan and
Short
prashadam.
kirtan and then we'll have prashadam.
Oh, 88.
Maharaj, you would like to do
Stand in
kirtan?
up here.
No, let's have one of them sing. I'm losing my voice.
But I had.
Mukunda.
Oh yeah, play the drum. I have to give one little poem about the holy name. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Very good.
Okay. Now you know that when we chant Hare Krishna
Okay?
mantra, we're chanting the names of Radha and Krishna, right? Even the name Rama is also a name. So this is a verse. I'll be quick, Mars. This is the verse. I'll just give the English by Raghunath Das Goswami, where he is instructing his tongue to always chant Hare Krishna. But here's how he describes it. An excellent fresh nectar drink with endless subtle tastes. Such is the name of Radha, by whom all three worlds are graced. Condensed milk that is wonderfully delicious, thick and sweet. Such is the name of Krishna, in whom all attractions meet. Now mix these drinks, O thirsty tongue, and add the cooling, fragrant spice of love, a prize the wise will try to buy at any price. And then at every moment drink this beverage most fine, and make my heart supremely blissful, peaceful, and divine.
Yeah.
Oh, Premanandi.
So there are some devotees who live around. So they first time coming to such event and they cook also for Krishna. So I would like to quickly tell their names. Just raise a hand. Vibha Mataji. Mamta Mataji. First time. Priya Mataji. And Akshay.
He actually cooked? Let me know when he cooked, I'll stay away from it. No, I'm not joking.
Sanjeev Prabhu he also lives nearby. Sanjeev and Krishna Priya Mataji, they also live very close to us, near Shweta Mataji's house. And a couple more